We're going to start doing volume 39 of the Space Battleship Yamato. Um, trying to get that glare from going there. Maybe that'll work. Oh, maybe that'll work. Let me try that. Let me try that. It might be too dark. I don't know. Anyways, here we're working on uh, um, some of the hull again, and that the lower part of the hull. We've already done the other. No, no, we haven't done. We're just doing this side, so we're getting this together. So this is our first part, and we're going to add these two pieces together, and it looks like that's what we're going to have when we get done with that. Um, and then we're talking about the the automated navigation room. This is what it looks kind of like schematic wise inside the ship and stuff. More views of it. Talks about the specs and stuff. And this is a Carecrum battleship. And this tells all some of the specs about it there and things. And this is talking about episode 11, the first part of episode 11 in the series. So we're going to get the other side. Looks like our last episode, our last volume, and will be volume 40. And right there you can see it. And that'll be volume 40 when we get done with that. But this is 39, so let's get started to build. Alright, here's the parts for volume 39 out of the clamshell. I took them out early, got everything all kind of set up, and I decided to do a little bit different this time. But anyways, we're going to take this part here, and like I was telling you, see here it says, right here, you can kind of read that. I don't know how you read that. Get it in the right light here. It says Y03901. Yeah, I happened to mention that was 39 on the last part, and it's not. It's 38. My bad. So we're gonna take this here, and we're gonna put this down here against this side here with lining up these arrows, and they gave us these screws here that they had before, and they also provided us with these flat washers here, or a split washer, and I guess they want us to, it's to help hold this together, probably because we're getting closer and it's getting wider, and they probably need some more, a little bit, they want it to be tighter so it doesn't fall apart as bad. That's my guess. That's my guess. They want it to not be so loose. And that, so oops, we want to do this piece first here. What they're asking us to do first here. And once I get one in here, should be all right. This one done here. And oh, this one here. And I don't want to really put oil on these, because if I'm trying to get these to stay tight, I probably don't want the oil to really loosen up. And not to mention these these things here, if you look in this is well made. They've split this here, and I noticed they did this in a couple of, in like the Bismarck and the U-boat. They actually split this little down here, but they actually they threaded these in that. The only other ones I've come across like that was the R2-D2 build and the Millennium Falcon builds. Those two, they seem to have they seem to spend their time to take and actually make it so that they that you didn't have to struggle with the threading in that, and they went together a heck of a lot easier. The only problem with that, and like this, they don't have the, oops, they don't have the, what they are. They just say, well, we're using these screws. So it's kind of those give and take things. We made it nice and easy for them to go in and to go together, but you're gonna have to figure out which screw goes with. Thankfully, this one here is not too bad. The R2D2, it was a well, you gotta use this one, you gotta use that one, and so he wasn't quite sure. But I think now, looking back at it, the R2D2, I think, was the same thing. So far, doing this build here and doing the R2D2 that I had done, the silver screws here were for the metal, and the black screws were basically plastic. They were made for the plastic things. Well, I'm trying to get that to pop one of those up, but it won't. Give me one. There we go. Of course, I'm using that screwdriver and not my other screwdriver, which might hold it a better. I get so used to using one screwdriver and I forget that I got other ones. Yeah, this one here. Not that it holds it any better, but what I need to do is I need to get me a smaller PH01, because this is a PH0, not a PH1. This is what a PH1 here. And so that's a little too big for what I'm trying to do. And then the other thing is I've got pH zeros, but this is the bigger standard size, like what you would use, like, you know, you get in the hardware store and stuff, versus the ones that are electronics, which would be a smaller version of them. So it's kind of tricky. You can find ones real easy in that, but not the ones. So that's that part. Mind my talking here. And now I need to bring over this part that we did in the last volume, and we're gonna mate this with this one here, like so. So let me get a screw loaded up here for this, and a washer. Yeah, see, that one will pull up the washer and the screw. Now maybe if I had my little magnetizer to magnetize that thing, would help. They actually make a thing that you can put on the side of your screwdriver that helps make it more magnetic in that, but I kind of think maybe it would deter it, because it would probably make the screw want to go towards that part and not stay on the end of the screwdriver. So if we get this started here, get one of these started here, help get this lined up better. Get it going there. Get that one there. We'll get one of those. Yeah, we're shy of one split washer, but that's okay. It's okay. We don't need it. It's an extra. At least that's another thing. They provide you with an extra screw at least in every stage for whatever you're screwing together. And there was a couple here that I got, a couple of different ones that I've made. Oops, trying to do that. Come on, stand there. Where they didn't give you any extra screws, so if you lost one, you were hit, and so you had just enough screws to put in everything together, and if not, that was that. But there we go. That is 39 complete with the upper and lower hull together, and I'm assuming that's what we're going to be doing the next two stages, probably moving forward. Not sure exactly if these are going to have it's going to have a lower plate that goes in here, or if this is where the third hull is going to, or third bridge is going to be, because this was kind of, the one ahead of this was a little bit open, and so I'm assuming that they're continuing that opening to get down in there, probably for the lights and whatever else that they got in there. But anyways, hope you're liking this build. We will see you later. Bye for now. Well, if you made it to the end of this video, thanks for watching. And remember, mental note, like and subscribe to be updated to all my content. And thanks for watching. Bye for now. See you later.